Poppin' T Squad, it's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with my Real Housewives of Potomac Season 5, Episode 11 review. Today I dropped a behind the scenes tea video. It's filled with juicy tea on Cynthia Bailey's wedding, Nene Leakes, Real Housewives of New York, and also some very scorching hot tea on Ryan Henry. Make sure you check out that video, as well as Monique's 40th birthday video as well. That is up. Also, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe now and hit that like button, and make sure you turn on your notification bell button so you know when my videos drop. All right, so on tonight's episode, Karen invites Ashley and Gizelle, of all people, to her hometown of Surrey for her hometown homecoming. She's going to be a part of the homecoming parade. So Ashley finally decides to leave Dean grown ass at home. Dean had to stay at home because, you know, he had his SATs coming up. He needed to study. He didn't need to be on the road. He needed some brain food. He needed peace and quiet. He had a few friends come over. He was able to stay at home by himself. Ashley finally let him off his leash. She's finally starting to respect his boundaries as a young man. So I was very happy and proud of Ashley this episode. So Ashley arrived at Karen's house with this like great off the shoulder like fitted it was like casual loungy wear with these hot pink stiletto booties, just country as all hell. But what I will say though, Ashley's body after giving birth to this baby is amazing. Ashley got ass now. I was like, come on, Ashley, you got to get that body together for when you leave that Tyrannosaurus Rex you call a husband. So Ashley makes a joke in her confessional that, you know, this is, you know, a lot for her to leave not only Dean at home, but Michael as well. She says that I put a tracker in his booty and he doesn't know that. Oh, God, Jesus. I'm like, Ashley, that's not a joke that you need to make, because we all know that Michael's booty hole is as loose as goddamn the Sahara Desert. Goddamn it, that booty hole is wide. Like, you can whistle through that motherfucker. It's like a tunnel, bitch. It's like the Underground Railroad, that motherfucker. So much shit to been up Michael ass, bitch. Girl. So it's time for them to leave. Their car arrives and Ray nearly pushes Karen ass out the goddamn door. I was like, damn, is your bitch around the corner? I mean, is your side bitch waiting in the parking lot? Like, what is going on, Ray? Like, he was ready for her ass to go. So Karen is in the car and she says, you know, I love you. And he was like, take care. When I tell you I would have drop kicked Ray old ass bitch, it would have been on some my falling and I can't get up type shit. Like, take care. The fuck, nigga? Like, who are you talking to? Then she blew a kiss at him and he was just like, all right, bitch, bye. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with Ray, but you got me and Karen fucked up. Like, you need to be happy that she even with your old grandpa pigeon looking ass up here looking like the man on the goddamn rice box. Boy, bye. So, Uncle Ben looking ass nigga. So, Candiace has Robyn over for tea and crumpets and shit. And I was like, okay, this is about to be a Let's Bash Monique session. So, Robyn tells Candiace that Monique had no remorse for the fight. Candiace starts to cry and says she's shocked Monique would act like that. Now, here's my thing on this. I do feel like Candiace is genuinely hurt by what happened between them. I do believe that they both honestly really did care about each other. But, you know, this show and the backstabbing and all of that got in the way of their friendships. But what I need for Candiace to stop doing is playing this victim role. Like, this all just came out the blue and she had no hand in it, and like this girl just jumped on her and fought her for no goddamn reason. Y'all both were wrong. Y'all both are at fault. This is on both of y'all. So I need for her to stop acting like, I just don't know why any of this happened. Bitch, you know damn well. We've been over this I don't know how many times. So, Robyn says, I'm really disappointed in Karen. She hasn't publicly expressed any disappointment in Monique. As her friend, she did what she was supposed to do, and she voiced her disappointment to her face. Why does she have to go to social media or to the world or to the blogs or do an interview to say she's disappointed in her? That's not what friends do. Your raggedy ass have Gizelle back so goddamn hard, you would think that you sucking on her pussy every goddamn day of the week. So let's not go there. You never hold your friend fucking accountable on television, in private, in public, or whatever. So you're the last person to talk. So Candiace says, I asked her, talking about Karen, I asked her if she was me, what would she do? She said I would press charges. Robyn says, argue. And Candiace say, I've been thinking about it. I honestly feel like I have trauma. Girl, trauma, stop it. Like I said, is she hurt by the situation? Yes, because there was a friendship there. Do I believe that she's like traumatized, like she's living in fear every day? Absolutely not. Bitch, you had a fight. I would be shocked if this is your first fight. I'm pretty sure with that mouse of yours, you done got beat up several times in life. And that wasn't even really no fight. All she did was whap, whap, whap you on the top of your head. She didn't even punch you. Her hand was open. Like she popped you in the head like you was her kid, like your mama did with a purse. So, Candiace then, being Candiace, being shady, brings up Robyn's tax issues. Robyn owes $90,000 in back taxes. Robyn says that she's been doing her own taxes and got hit with income she didn't report. She said that she did it wrong. I don't believe that bitch did shit wrong. I think that she just didn't file that goddamn money because she ain't had the money to pay the goddamn taxes. And then Candiace outs her in her confessional and says it's the same woman that said to Karen, how do you not know you owe taxes? Exactly, bitch. I don't bit more believe Robyn that she just fucked up some goddamn paperwork. What I do know is Juan to be a goddamn fool if he merged households with her ass again, legally, where he's legally bound to anything her dumb ass do. Because at this point, bitch, I don't know how old Robyn is, but she got to be in her 40s, and you still don't know how to balance a checkbook. You steal this horrible money with everything that y'all have gone through. Ain't no way in hell I'd marry Robyn ass. Bitch, we'll still be shacking up in that goddamn 2-bedroom townhouse they in. Ain't no way in hell, because bitch, you done already took me through. You done helped me. You made me lose all of my hard-earned money that I, made playing basketball, and then you still doing the same shit years later. I don't know why, but when they said that she owed $90,000, I was like, I wonder, is that part of that money she invested in that house last season? I don't know why. I was just thinking about that house. So she says that Juan is mad because they were looking for a house and now they can't get one. And she also goes on to confess, they've already had bankruptcy and liens and tax issues before. So it's just like, girl, Juan, you too fine to be dealing with her and her shenanigans. So Karen and the girls arrive in her hometown, and we learn that Karen's family owns the farm that her family used to be slaves on, which I found to be just so like, wow. Like, to reclaim your time. Like, yes, ma'am, you better do it, family. So Monique calls Ashley as they're touring the farm. And of course, Gizelle's looking like, the fuck she won't. So Monique says that she's drained from the whole ordeal and is on edge. And if it wasn't for Candiace, if it wasn't Candiace, it would have been somebody else that she popped off on. And I agree, because she had so much shit that she was dealing with. She was going to pop off on somebody. Like I said, she was willing and ready and waiting to specifically get with Candiace. But I think with everything that was going on behind the scenes and in her marriage, that Monique was, like she said, on edge. So Karen says, after they end the phone call, that I said to Candiace, if it were me and I felt as strongly as you do about it, I would look into what I can do legally. I don't know how to feel about that. Considering you're supposed to be Monique's girl and Candiace's girl, I wouldn't be giving neither one of them advice on the situation about what I would do if I was in your shoes, what I wouldn't do. I would just stay the fuck out of it and give them both encouragement and prayer. Other than like, because it just comes across kind of like fake, and it's just like, why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, because Karen is in a good standing with both women. It's not like Ashley, how Ashley and Candiace had issues, and Ashley and Monique had issues. I can't remember. Have they ever had issues? Yeah, they did with the whole drinking situation. But Karen has not had any issues that I can remember with Candiace or Monique. So with her genuinely being friends with both ladies, I wouldn't have gave that advice because I wouldn't want either one of them to be mad at me. That just didn't sit well with me. How do you all feel about Karen telling Candiace that? Let me know down below in the comment section. So Ashley asked Karen, has she told Monique this? And she was like, I'm going to tell her immediately. So Ashley says, being that Candiace looks at Karen like a mother figure, Karen knew exactly what she was doing. So Ashley thinks that Karen is being messy. Do y'all think she was being messy, or do you think that she was just giving advice on, if I were you, this is what I would do? But see, that it don't sit well with me. So Wendy meets up with her sister about quitting her profession as a professor at Johns Hopkins. She wants to become a full-time political commentator, but she's afraid of her mother's reaction because in the African community, you know, you got to be a doctor or a lawyer, and she just at this point wants to live her life for herself and not what everybody else wants to do. I don't really care for Wendy and her storyline even remotely a bit, but all I must say about the situation is I'm not about to listen to nobody who foundation don't match their neck. All right, so Robyn and Juan go out on a date, and she arrives with this black wig on that looked like she got it from the 99-cent store. Child, her little dress was cute though. And she pretends like she's some girl named Tatiana. I think she tried to have a Russian accent, but it didn't work, child. Juan is like, what in the fuck is going on here? I was like, the first time we see this bitch with her hair done this whole season, and she coming this bitch looking like Elvira, Temptress of the Dark. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So they're having a good time, you know, they flirting or whatever, and then things get serious, and the tax situation comes up, and Robyn says, all I had to do was submit some paperwork and I wouldn't be in this position. And Juan says, that's on you. And I was like, exactly, bitch. And she was sitting there looking stupid in the face because he was looking like, bitch, I ain't got shit to do with that. I'm still surprised the nigga proposed to her after this. Sheridan reached out to me tonight and was like, do you think that he's going to marry her? I look at it one or two ways. I see them having a long engagement. Just like they've been divorced, living in the same house all these years. I see them having a long ass engagement. Hell, they can't even get a house. How the fuck you gonna have a marriage and you a wedding and you can't even afford to get no house now because of this bitch? You would be a fool to marry her ass. Either that's gonna happen, or I can very well see Juan being one of those dudes who have been shacking up with her ever since this divorce, making her hoping and wishing and praying that they're going to get back together, and he ends up leaving her for somebody else, marrying that woman and living happily ever after, and Robyn sitting there with her face cracked. I can really see some shit like that happening. Yeah, so I can see them either having a hella long engagement, or he gonna end up leaving her for somebody else, and that bitch is gonna be sick to her stomach because she done waited all these years for this man, and it might not never happen, child. So it's day 2 of the Surrey trip. The ladies head to the homecoming parade, and Gizelle called herself shading Karen because she's talking about like the town is really small, ain't nobody here, and Karen just wanted to invite them there so they could see that she's like that bitch there, like she's the Beyonce of her town, and she was feeling some type of way because her and Ashley couldn't ride in the Bentley during the parade. I was like, bitch, this ain't about you, this is about Karen. Why would y'all ride in the parade for her hometown? It makes no sense. Her and Ashley was kind of getting on my nerves with that shit, and I just felt like the shade was unnecessary. Like, what is the point? Like, she always got something slick to say. Ugh. With her rubbery ass neck, stretch arm, strong ass neck. Girl, shut the fuck up. So Karen, however, is having a ball. She's hugging everybody. You can just tell that she's so grateful to have made it out of the small community that she was in and to now be recognized worldwide on a television show. Like, that doesn't happen to everybody, especially in a town like that. So I was very happy for Karen. She needed some happiness, especially everything she's been going through with Ray old decrepit ass. So Candiace and her mama go dog shopping, and both of them had that old tumbleweed ass weave in their head looking hot as fuck. I hate that hair color. Ugh. So her mama says that she's upset Candiace was violently attacked and asks what woman would fight in the streets like that. And I was like, bitch, do you not remember last season you bopping your daughter in the head at a whole event? So I guess you were violently attacking your child. So like the gall of these bitches that act like they are just out here clean in the streets. Bitch, you popped your grown ass daughter in the head with your purse. I wish my mama would, and I'm damn near 40. Girl, the fuck is going on? First of all, my mama not gonna put her hands on me. I'm grown. Those days of whooping me are over. So the fact that your grown ass had to hit your grown daughter in the head with a purse says a lot about your daughter and how much of a nuisance she is that even you had to hit her. So you shocked that somebody else hit her ass? Girl, get the fuck out of here. So the mama say, we do not get in the gutter with people. This is when we call the attorney immediately. Bitch, call the attorney on that flammable ass hair that you and your daughter like to wear. Do that, please. So Karen takes the ladies to her family's church. Karen gets very emotional talking about her mom and dad because, both of her parents are, deceased. At one point, she gets very upset and goes into the back and cries. And I just felt so bad for Karen because Lord knows, child, I can't imagine my life without my mama and my daddy. So, and then to have both of them go so quick and so back to back, woo, child, I don't care how old you are, that would fuck up anybody emotionally. And so Gizelle in her confessional says, I feel horrible for her or whatever. And I felt like that was genuine at that moment. So Monique has her pastor and the first lady come to her house to discuss everything that's been going on. And Monique in her confessional look, her new confessional look was everything. That pink dress, the hair, the makeup, everything. Stunning. My favorite confessional look of hers so far this season. So the pastor says to her, your friend is a mirror reflection of who you are. When I met you, you were a fighter. You've been in survival mode since you were a young kid. So, he's been saying, he says that, Monique has always been in a position where she had to prove herself to Chris's family and to people on the show and the public. And she doesn't deal with her issues. And Monique says, I'm tired of being criticized. I'm tired of constantly trying to prove myself when I know my self-worth. There's a lot of pressure building inside of me. And then she says about Candiace, she didn't deserve that. I need to sit down and talk to her. I need to apologize to her. So at this point, she's realizing that, I went team too far. I'm going to take accountability of my part in this. I was wrong for my part and I need to apologize. But unfortunately, like she said, on all of the interviews that she's been doing throughout the season, that is right when she said that she wanted to sit down and talk to Candiace then filed the police report for assault charges. So then she couldn't apologize because now the law and lawyers and things were involved. But I will give her credit for at least saying, she didn't deserve that. I was wrong. Let me sit down and talk to her. It's sad that she wasn't able to get that. And, because the police and everything is involved. But I will give her credit that she even realized, I was wrong. It took her a week or so, but she had to calm down. I was wrong. But with Candiace, she still don't feel like she's done anything wrong even till this day. She still don't think that she's done anything wrong. And that just is mind-blowing to me. So Chris, her husband, even says that he wants to sit down and talk to Candiace's husband because, they were really cool. And, he want to make sure that at least they can still be good. And that was the end of the episode. Tonight's episode, I thought it was good. It wasn't, jam-packed like the last two episodes, but it was still nonetheless very good. I love seeing this episode being based around Karen. Overall, I give tonight's episode a B+. It was good. Let's talk down below in the comment section once again. Make sure you thumbs up this video, like, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.